My name is North Dakota. I make music. You're hearing it in the background right now. And I've had a goal, actually two. One of them was to make a video every day for a year, and the other one was to hit 10 million streams on Spotify. And I'm realizing as I grow my audience and start to get back into music, as I took a little hiatus a couple years ago, but I'm back. And I was wondering what I will do to be able to come up with a live show, because I played a lot of live shows in my time, but I'm a different person now. Things have changed, and I have different ideas of what I want to do for music. So come plan a live show with me. I have some ideas written down in my book, and I am trying to kind of figure out how I'm going to do this. First, I have to tell you about then and then compare it to now. When I was first playing live shows, I was DJing mainly, and about 70% was my own music and 30% was music from friends or from artists that I enjoyed or things that I knew would fit the vibe well. And so I was DJing a set, basically playing my music, mixing in other music, and doing something like that. And that was really nice at the time. But now I've had an interest in people like Nujabes and some other artists who kind of do more scratching on their songs. I find it so interesting, like kind of going more of an old school vibe on the DJing and having my music kind of mix into that, because I think that the way that my music is going now, it's an interesting dynamic. And if you're thinking about doing a live show or making art or anything like that, and it kind of falls outside of the scope of how other people do it, you have to think about being outside of the box and kind of figuring out what works for you. And so for me, I know that my music tends to fall into like the electronic music space, but it's not necessarily what you would hear if you were at, let's say, EDC or Tomorrowland. It's not hard house, it's not festival music, it's not future bass, it's just kind of its own genre and thing. And there's pros and cons to it, and that's fine. But when I do my live show, I want to incorporate how different the music is and not play it like I think I should. The problem with how I was playing my live show before, even though people did like it, was that I was playing it like I was an EDM artist, and technically I'm not. So I was trying to have like an EDM set, I was looking at EDM DJs, I was looking at how to do things like that, and that was where everything went. But when I look at it now, that's not necessarily the way that my music tends to go. And so I'm thinking about doing more of a hybrid, taking the EDM parts and taking the parts from people like Nujabes, who did boom bap, rap and hip hop and things like that, and scratching, and kind of mixing them up to create a live show. So here's the plan. The plan is to practice. I'm gonna have to practice my DJing, and I'll show you a little bit of how I'm going to do it. But I have to practice. I'm gonna have to spend some time really creating and curating a set that is 95% my music. I want it to be more of a live show with my music. I think I have a big enough catalog to do that, and I will add in a couple songs here and there that fit the vibe. But before, I was relying a little bit more because of insecurity and things like that, or feeling like my music wouldn't fit with the other EDM artists I was playing with, because a lot of those shows that I played was mainly EDM artists, dubstep, future bass, house. And so I felt like I had to compensate and make up for how different my music was. And so I had other genres and things in there, which is fine, you can do that. But I also think that I wasn't truly being forthcoming and honest with how my set should sound. And so having like 70-30 is still a good balance, but I think I want to try and aim to have like a 90 to 95% of my catalog, and then the other 5 to 10% of other people's, and really hone my DJ skills. Because before, I was more playing like an EDM DJ. I did play live, and everybody makes mistakes, everybody has those days, but we still were kind of doing it in more of an EDM way. And so I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna take some parts from EDM, take some parts from hip hop, and look at other artists who play live, who make electronic music, or music on their computer, however you want to put it, and take the best of all of those worlds and create something that's truly special. And I'll share it on this, page when I finish, but that's what my plan is for curating my show. And so I have a little list of songs here, and I'm gonna be testing it out, but I'm gonna show you the start of it when I get some practice in. But it was fun to be able to plan it. If you have any of those struggles or understand where I'm coming from, let me know in the comments. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow.